The Michael Rosen Map, Part 2. There we all were, escaping with Richard shooting laces at us. And it went like this. Richard shot hundreds of holes into my ship. That wasn't very nice. We all ran and ran. Trouble was, Richard had a bright green jet bag. And as you know, he had a bazooka as well. This meant really big trouble. So there I was, running for my life. First of all, I tried hiding in the corner of the poop deck. I lay there, waiting for Richard to keel over and die. Of course, it's no good. And before we all knew it, Richard's head appeared in front of me. Hello! He was watching me and said, "Is that you, Michael? You still stupid ass shit." Hard luck. Michael Rosen always knew you were a bit brain dead. And he took this lightsaber out of his pocket. I think, fuck this, and I ran and jumped from deck to deck. I juked and jived around that ship. For 3 hours I'm at it, and all the time Richard was shooting laces. Suddenly, another ship appeared. On its own. It shot hundreds of rolls, but plums to us. We all got up and ran around that ship. It was then I noticed roll, but pirates coming in. And straight away, I was down the stairs into the captain's cabin. So now I close the door, I shove it really hard and fast, and it bangs out of its frame, and it bangs against Richard's face. So now I go and look for weapons. Nothing. There was the noise of bombs. Meanwhile, I've got big bother. They're going to find me here. Suddenly I heard a terrible noise. There was the noise of someone shouting. Suddenly David and his little gang came running into the captain's cabin with 2 roll, but pirates behind them. What the fuck? Then I said, "How the fuck did you get here, David Alexander?" I thought you and your little gang were heading for Jamaica on your own. And he said, "Ha! The Haribo Company hired me and my gang to catch Michael Rosen, and here you are on my side. George, Mervyn, Lydia.
I am sworn to carry your burdens.
Shut up, Haribo, and a tomato. The enemies, David and his little gang, Richard, hundreds of rolls, but pirates, and 203 toenails. I don't know. Now, catch Michael Rosen and put him in the sack. At that, I jumped out the window. I began to escape, and I dashed out faster than an electronic toenail. And there's David Alexander, and he's roaring. And me, I'm climbing on the ship. Hop, 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 hop. Suddenly, Richard appeared with a bazooka, and I ran and ran. It's no good. And before we all knew it, Richard pushed me towards the edge of the ship. It was then I noticed the sharks deep down in the water. They were watching me. They're huge. Richard said, "One push, Mr. Rosen, and he'll be dead." Blimey. Suddenly, Mervyn came in. He had a stand and ran Richard over with the car. Nice. So now I took his lightsaber. I was Star Wars. So now I began to kill the roll, but pirates. Trouble was, David Alexander came in. He had a shit buster, and he blows Lydia's head off. Blimey, that's really dangerous, you know. And then she just fell over and died. Ha! There's Lydia. Good bitch. Always knew you were a bitch. Anyway, it was then I noticed the island of the plums. There it was. George thought it was necessary for him to crash my ship into the island. Fuck. George, you fucking faggot. Anyway, David just fell off the ship. Hard luck, Dave. Then we took him away into my ship. First of all, we torture him. I'll tell you what I do. I shove a bike up his arse. Ow! And then he started crying. Look at that. That's what you get when you fuck with Michael Rosen. I thought the war was over. So we left them there, you know, Richard and David and his little faggot gang. Then we went into the jungle. We decided to spread out to explore the island. We dumped Lydia's dead corpse in the sea. I went with George and the tomato, but a sad thing happened. The tomato got killed by some horribly furious gay pedo. So sad. Such a sad, sad thing. I'll tell you what I do. I took his head and I began to bang his face into the rock. And it went like this. Get off me! Get off! Dead. I bashed out both eyes. Fantastic. Later that day, we went back to my ship to get the Rosen Map. When we got there, I noticed the map was gone. We all got up and ran all round to look for it. Nothing. Suddenly, there was an awful yelling and crying. There was the noise of chainsaws. Then, suddenly, Richard appeared. And he just fell over and died in front of me. It was then a little door slid open. There was a man who stepped out of Richard's role, but he was watching me. And he took this blade of a knife and he said, "Ha! I found you, Rosen, and now you're going to die." The man took off his food. It was then I noticed it was toenail pizza. And that's when we get into even bigger trouble. Kaboom, 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 kaboom. CaptainPlums